It's 10 o'clock, good evening, and welcome to LJ News. As winter creeps closer, Australia's top doctor is urging more people to roll up their sleeves and get vaccinated against coronavirus. About 3.6 million vaccine doses have been distributed Australia-wide, well behind 286 million doses in the United States and the more than 60 million doses in the United Kingdom. Chief Medical Officer Paul Kelly isn't ruling out introducing incentives such as lottery tickets or merchandise to make sure more Australians get the jab before flu season hits. I think we really do need to look for incentives, as many incentives as we can for people to become vaccinated, Professor Kelly said at a press conference on Monday. Australia is not the first country confronted with vaccine hesitancy. So what incentives are being offered elsewhere to encourage people to get immunised? Some say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And there are some internationally who are hopeful a good meal can convince reluctant citizens to get vaccinated too. Posters advertising 2 kinds of fresh eggs to people older than 60 in exchange for a vaccine circulated on Chinese social media platform Weibo in April. Also in Beijing, it was reported some shops offered free vegetables, ice creams, chicken wings, and dumplings as a tasty incentive. In the United States, free beer, donuts, and fresh produce have also been up for grabs. Some Australian pubs have suggested they might not allow entry to patrons who haven't been vaccinated. That's the stick. Could a free beer be the carrot that gets some over the line? Professor Kelly may not be ready to pick up the phone to Kylie Minogue or offer free snacks to those who have received the vaccine just yet. He noted on Monday the higher vaccine take-up in other countries was likely linked to those populations being exposed to larger, deadlier coronavirus outbreaks than those seen in Australia. When you use that UK example, when you look at how rapidly they rolled out the vaccine, the long queues to get the vaccines, they knew why, because it was right in front of them what advantage they would do for them and the communities and their families, Professor Kelly said. It's a little bit more distant for Australians because we really, other than the Victorian second wave last winter, we haven't had that experience as is the case in almost every other country in the world. Professor Kelly said the greatest incentive for Australians should be protecting themselves, their families, and their communities, and he encouraged anyone worried about getting the vaccine to talk to a medical professional. It's about protecting your own health, not sitting there waiting for an outbreak, he said. Because once an outbreak is here, if it comes, it will be very difficult for us to roll out masses and masses of vaccines quickly. The more vaccines we can roll out now, the better a situation will be in if that occurs. My message is very clear today. If you're in a group that has been offered the vaccine, please do not hesitate.